I think the first thing to highlight is that anxiety is normal. There is a certain level of anxiety that we all have during particular activities. So anxiety is defined or kind of experienced as an intense worry or unease, one that's sort of persistent. I guess there are kind of different ways that people experience this. I think we all experience a level of anxiety dependent on what we're doing. If we are going for a job interview, or we're about to sit an exam, or about to, I don't know, play like a important football game or something like that, we all have a kind of normal level of anxiety that comes with that, and that's okay. I think the time when it becomes sort of problematic or can do is when that anxiety tends to become persistent. It tends to become quite broad, so people are worrying about many things, and also it's affecting their sort of day-to-day life and their functioning. There are different ways that people experience anxiety. It will differ from person to person. One of the things to be mindful of is that, as well as the kind of mental symptoms of anxiety, so kind of unease, worry, difficulty concentrating, there are also kind of physical symptoms of anxiety that we might put down to something else. So, for example, feeling a kind of feeling of sort of butterflies in your stomach, or feeling that sort of bodily unease, feeling quite restless, sort of sweaty palms. These are all things that might be symptomatic of anxiety. And again, the more in which these symptoms tend to crop up and the more impact that they tend to have on our day-to-day life, that's how we can start to consider the severity of it. I think the first thing to highlight again is that anxiety is normal, but if it's becoming persistent, if it's affecting your day-to-day life, I think using resources like your GP, thinking about accessing services or resources like mine to develop your understanding around that is helpful. Again, thinking about the kind of physical aspects of anxiety, there are a lot of other illnesses and a lot of other conditions that those symptoms might also be present in. So again, allowing or accessing your GP, having that oversight, there's an opportunity to potentially rule out any other sort of physical conditions that might be contributing to those symptoms. So I think having that kind of oversight, or someone having oversight of your care is important.